want you to make the judges an inspired dinner. I have a game that should inspire you or freak you out. It's Food Pyramid. We remember Food Pyramid in school. This is not just any food pyramid. This is the famous Fieri Food Pyramid. When Hunter was in elementary school, we made this, and we didn't, but that sounded good.
It was a good story.
Okay, tortilla chips, rice, English muffins, pie crust, and a variety of other delectable starches. You guys excited about that?
Exhilarated.
So, let's just think about it. Anything you don't want, just tell me that.
Matzo. I'm an Oklahoma girl, and I have no clue what this even is.
Watch this, because I can pinpoint exactly where this is gonna go.
Guy drops this little yellow orb of evil, and almost in slow motion. Boom. Oh, great.
Matzah has to be included in your dish. We gotta take this to a whole new level. You ready? Just like the Fonz used to do it.
Hashtag welcome to Crazy Town. It's happening again.
Now, we are going to select the fruit or the vegetable that will also be featured in your dish. Salsa, frozen peas, and a lot of other fantastic choices. Here we go.
Oh.
Ooh. One more thing. Now it's time to pick the protein. Ready? Nice. How we get it done. Skirt steak, chicken wings, bratwurst, and mussels. What would you not like to have?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst?
Reverse psychology here.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
You want the bratwurst?
Hey, matzo, pears, and brats. I can do that.
Okay. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thank you.
Okay? I'm expecting big things out of you. So, you've got to use bratwurst, you got to use pears, and you got to use matzah in your inspired dish. And you can shop for anything else you want. Chefs, to your carts, please.
It took me a long time to learn. When you have an opportunity, stop, focus, and follow through with it. Round 3, and I need this.
Just remember, there's 3 judges, not 2, not 1, but go. I thought that was funny. Did you laugh? Is this thing on? Try the veal.
When I think really inspirational food, I don't think bratwurst and matzah, pears. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But I do know that it is some sort of Jewish food. I finally come across it, and it looks like crackers, and I was like, okay, I can deal with this. I can incorporate this in some sort of flatbread with self-rising flour and Greek yogurt. I found a really nice chicken bratwurst.
Has to say brats.
Okay, this one worked. I figure if I grab arugula and the pears, I can make a quick salad with that that'll really brighten it. Kind of a heavy dish. My body is struggling a little bit, so I'm trying to just really stay focused.
First thing I hit is brats.
What are you gonna make?
I'm not sure yet.
This is supposed to be an inspired dish. I'm inspired by my kids. My ex-wife is Jewish, so we raised my 2 oldest boys in that faith.
Let's see, matzo meal?
So I want to showcase this matzah. I'm already thinking like a little stuffing. You get some flavor, herbage, you get some moisture, you get some fat, and hopefully the time doesn't run out when I gotta bake this thing. I grabbed the 2 types of pears. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I don't think it's gonna be a complete dish. So I run back to grab some pork chops. I mean, I never put matzo meal stuffing on my menus ever, so a lot could go wrong.
If I'm gonna bring gluten, then I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm just gonna go for it. In New Mexican cooking, there are a lot of fry breads incorporated, which is just a bread dough that's deep fried.
I don't think so many times I've seen pizza crust here in Triple G. You think you got enough time to do that?
I think so. New Mexico has been an important part of my healing process. It's a place that I've visited with my family and sort of show me there's life outside of my disease and there's hope. So my plan is to make a fry bread inspired matzah flatbread. There goes nothing. Topped with pears, caramelized onions, and bratwurst.
To me, it's crazy to try to make pizza dough. Pizza dough takes hours.
Yeah, it's wild. Lyme disease affects every body differently. Mine just happened to affect my brain, so it affects my ability to concentrate. So it's a mental battle as much as it's a physical battle.
I like that she's grilling the pizza. I
Yeah.
love grilled pizza.
I do
I
too.
don't like that she's
Burning it.
I don't like that she's over grilling it.
The grill and I are not friends at this point.
I gotta just get my heat under control here.
Inside, I was just like, Mommy.
Out of all 3 challenges right now, I'm feeling the pressure. I need to start building a base for my stuffing. I gotta start rendering this pancetta, incorporating all the other ingredients, getting the corn roasted, mixing it all up together, taste it.
Crazy knife scales on Garrett's station.
put it in the molds, and throw it in the oven.
Talk to me, Goose. What do you got working?
Well, I'm gonna do matzo stuffing.
I don't want to be one of those guys that doesn't showcase those main ingredients. So I'm going to use the brats 2 ways.
I have some fried bratwurst.
Okay.
And the other one, I'm going to use like a carne molida, like a ground beef.
I might do some pear, a little, what are those called again?
Yeah, those are called Brussels sprouts.
Yes, thank you. And
Yep.
then the pears together.
How's that stuffing working out?
Well, it's in the oven. Let's see what happens.
And what else is going with this stuffing? I don't quite, I mean, just
Well,
stuffing by itself, or?
I forgot something. Pork chops.
Why'd you start that now?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think these are going to be done.
Pork chops with less than 10 minutes left. How would you do it?
I wouldn't do it.
Chefs, we have 9 minutes left.
Not working for me. This is bad. I go into a little bit of panic mode.
Rachel is really fighting her grill right now.
How's that pizza coming?
I got some in the oven as a backup plan, and then I have some actually on the stovetop as well.
Okay.
I'm checking the stuff in the oven. It does not look like it's cooking. All money is on everything in the pan. This has to work. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, my body is starting to break down, but I'm doing this not only for me, but for all of the people who are out there and fighting their battles, and so I know there's no option to stop at this point. Dig deep, girl, and just fight.
Okay, so that is working.
Okay, this may not be a complete disaster. The arugula salad on the side will bring some brightness and give the pears in 2 different ways as well.
Less than 5 minutes to go.
I'm not feeling good about these pork chops. I need to do something to get some temperature going in there.
He scored them in an effort to get them to cook faster, but that also means that he's going to lose what little juice there is in those pork chops.
I take my Brussels sprouts, I throw them in the bowl with the Meyer lemon and the pears to start my salad. At first, I was concerned of undercooking this pork. After I scored it, I know I hammered them. At this point, everything's riding on this stuffing. I pull them out, and they're looking all right.
2 minutes left, guys.
I'm making flatbreads with no cheese, so off I go in a mad dash.
A minute left. Come on, guys.
They're both putting it all out right now.
You good, girl?
Oh, I'm feeling the burn at this point.
I can do this. I can do this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop working.
Oh my gosh, great job.
I look down, I get my chicharron, but I think I forgot the otother bratwurst and my carne molida. I didn't get that on the plate.
All right, judges, here we are. This is Food Pyramid, round 3. And I asked the chefs to make you an inspired dinner. They got matzah, pears, and then the bratwurst. First up, Chef Garrett, what do you got for us?
I ended up doing a stuffing with a matzo meal, a salad with pears and the Brussels sprouts, and charred pork chop, and the bratwurst chicharron. It was a little collage of me, my kids, and, you know, my heritage.
My favorite thing on your dish, Garrett, is the stuffing. I mean, it's just this pillowy hug. I mean, it really is delicious. I'm aching for some more bratwurst flavor, even maybe little pieces of it.
The matzah stuffing cake, really good idea. Like, a way to make it different. The pork chop was well. I prefer my pork chop around medium.
It's all coming down to the stuffing.
Up next, Chef Rachel, what do you have for us?
I kind of wanted to make a fry bread-inspired flatbread out of the matzah, topped with bratwurst and arugula and pear salad on the side just to give some brightness.
Rachel, you were charged with pear. You made me a pear salad. Very logical thing to do. But sometimes overthinking things gets people in trouble on this show. So I think that maybe playing it safe was a smart move. But I didn't get enough brat on my fry bread.
I think your salad works completely, but I don't think your flatbread cooked all the way through, and it's still very soft and mushy in the middle.
Okay.
The chef that will be checking out will be Chef Rachel.
Rachel, there were just some elements that weren't completely well executed, but you have such fire. You're going to even greater mountaintops after this, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, make sure you subscribe to Food Network UK, where you can see loads more shows and loads of different recipes.